Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from Russia to share with you. We're going to be talking about Vladimir Putin, the Russian president. Also, we're going to talk about the Kursk nuclear power plant. Now, we've been talking a little bit about the Kursk nuclear power plant here and there because it is very close to a lot of the fighting that has taken place as Ukraine has launched their new offensive into the Kursk region of Russia. So the nuclear power plant in Kursk is right near the town of Kurchatov, and Kurchatov is not too far away from where a majority of the fighting is, okay? It's probably somewhere no more than like 50 to 80 kilometers away from the majority of the fighting in the Kursk region right now. So clearly it's very dangerous, right? Because we've got a nuclear power plant right next to a war zone, and if this thing ends up taking a direct hit from some sort of missile or drone, we could definitely have a major nuclear event. So Vladimir Putin is accusing Ukraine of trying to strike this nuclear power plant sometime in the last 24 hours, I would assume, as we did have a major attack happen inside of Russia last night. Ukraine launched dozens, if not hundreds, of drones all across Russia. We also had Moscow coming under attack just in the last 24, 48 hours, the capital of Russia. So now we've got Vladimir Putin saying, hey, Ukraine was attempting to try to strike our nuclear power plant in the Kursk region. He has also notified the IAEA, which is the International Atomic Energy Agency, and I've got some information to go over that here in just a little bit. But I showed you guys this photo here that I have pulled up for you just a couple days ago. It came out on X, and these are trenches that are being constructed and built around the Kursk nuclear power plant right now. Why would they be building trenches right next to the nuclear power plant? Like, why would you even expect to put up a fight anywhere nearby the Kursk nuclear power plant? Now, I thought that was very interesting, and I wanted to share that with you. So hopefully there's not some sort of plan here on the back end for this thing to maybe blow up and be blamed on Ukraine. It's very possible we could see a situation like that. Hopefully we do not. But let's go ahead and jump into the news here on Reuters. Putin accuses Ukraine of trying to strike Russia's Kursk nuclear power plant. This came out today, August 22nd, 2024. It says here, President Vladimir Putin on Thursday accused Ukraine of trying to strike Russia's Kursk nuclear power plant in an overnight attack and said Moscow had informed the UN nuclear safety watchdog about the situation. Putin, who did not provide further details about the incident or provide documentary evidence to back up his assertion, made the comments at a meeting of senior officials. There was no immediate comment from Ukraine, whose lightning incursion into Kursk, the biggest into Russia by a foreign power since World War II, saw thousands of Ukrainian troops punch through Russia's western border on August 6, apparently catching Moscow by surprise. Alexei Smirnov, acting governor of the Kursk region, told Putin at the same meeting that the situation at the Kursk nuclear power plant, power station, was stable. Okay, so from what we understand from the governor of the Kursk region, Alexei Smirnov, saying the Kursk nuclear power plant is stable at the time, that we don't have any, major damage or anything like that, although Vladimir Putin did come out and say that it was attacked. Okay, so I understand in that article it said that that Vladimir Putin basically didn't have any evidence or anything to back up his claim, right? Well, I found this online for you guys. This is directly on the IAEA's website, International Atomic Energy Agency, okay? This just came out today. IAEA informed of drone at Kursk nuclear power plant, Director General Grossi to assess site. So take a look at this. Try to zoom in a little bit for you. The International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, has been informed by the Russian Federation today that the remains of a drone were found within the territory of the Kursk nuclear power plant. The drone fragments were reported to have been located roughly 100 meters from the plant's spent fuel nuclear storage facility. Look at that, 100 meters, guys. That's pretty close by. The IAEA was informed that the drone was suppressed in the early morning of the 22nd of August. In this context, IAEA Director General Rafael Mariano Grossi confirmed his intention to personally assess the situation at the site during his visit next week. So from what I understand, Rafael Grossi is going to be heading over to the Kursk nuclear power plant, which is pretty crazy. It's not too far away from all the war zone that's happening, but he's willing to go over there to assess the situation and check out the plant, make sure it's safe, that it doesn't have any potential of exploding or anything like that. So it says, during his visit, Director General Grossi will assess the situation on site and discuss modalities for further activities as may be needed to evaluate the nuclear safety and security conditions of the Kursk nuclear power plant. Military activity in the vicinity of a nuclear power plant is a serious risk to nuclear safety and security. My visit to the KNPP, which is the Kursk nuclear power plant next week, will provide us with timely access to independently assess the situation, Director General Grossi said. Okay, so again, he's going to be heading over there next week to check out the Kursk nuclear power plant. So we've got two major nuclear power plants that are in the middle of war zones. We have the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant down in Ukraine. Now we've got the Kursk nuclear power plant that is inside of the Kursk region of Russia. Okay, so this thing is getting definitely very dangerous. I mean, imagine if one of these things were to blow up. I really hope that isn't ever going to be the case, right? But considering that these are right next to war zones, definitely there could be some sort of mistake that happens, and we could have a major nuclear incident that could threaten large portions of Europe, okay? Not just Ukraine, not just Russia, but also many countries nearby on the eastern side of Europe could be affected by these if these things were to blow up, okay? So obviously very dangerous here, and we know that Russia could be planning something very big soon to kick Ukraine out of Russia in the Kursk region and to stop this offensive from spreading, because I've been reporting to you guys recently that the Kursk offensive is starting to open up into Belgorod, and then as of today, in like the last 24 hours, we had reports that the Ukrainians are starting to push into the Bryansk region now, okay? So this thing's getting out of control very quickly. I want to show you guys one last thing on X in regards to the Kurchatov and Kursk region, okay? So in the city of Kursk and also Kurchatov, which is right next to the nuclear power plant, we have these reinforced concrete shelters that are starting to be placed out in the open. And I wanted to show this to you guys. So in Kursk and Kurchatov, where the Kursk nuclear power plant is located, they began installing reinforced concrete shelters in places where people gather in large numbers. So they're setting these up all over the town, in two different towns, Kurchatov and Kursk, okay? So that way, if these towns come under attack, the residents of the town have somewhere to go safely. Hopefully it'll be safe enough for them if it doesn't take a direct hit, to protect them from any kind of shelling, drones, or anything like that if Kursk comes under attack, or maybe Kurchatov. So go ahead and take a look at this video. We got a video and a few photos here to share with you, so take a look at this. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop it right there, but kind of interesting, right? They're just setting these up all over town. I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry and have a protection method for the people that need to go in there and be safe from some sort of shelling that could happen inside of the Kursk region, considering that there's a war zone just a few feet away, basically, from where these people are living at. We've shown you guys video footage of explosions not too far in the background, just outside of the city of Kursk. So definitely, obviously Kursk and also Kurchatov are at risk of major shelling from the Ukrainians if this war starts to push further into the Kursk region. So there's also a few photos here. So take a look at this when they were just starting to construct it. They got a crane here setting this thing up. And there they are putting the lid on the top of this thing. So apparently it's a reinforced concrete shelter to protect people in case some shelling occurs in the city. So here's another picture of them offloading it, taking it off of a trailer. So pretty crazy, guys. Just wanted to share that with you to show this dire situation over here, that obviously it's very dangerous what's going on. And hopefully we don't have some sort of event happen with this nuclear power plant in Kurchatov in the Kursk region. But definitely the IAEA General Director, he is very worried about this nuclear power plant coming under attack or potentially exploding or being attacked or destroyed in some sort of way. So I just wanted to share this information with you. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.